Hey, what's up guys? Joker here. Hope you're all doing well. Today we've got a couple of news stories in the world of tech and PC gaming, but we will be primarily talking about Cyberpunk 2077 and the first big patch that it got, the release of official mod support now for the game from CD Projekt Red, and a new driver from Nvidia, which you're probably going to want to download if you're planning to play the soon-to-be-released The Medium, which is going to be releasing tomorrow, featuring ray tracing DLSS. And the game's actually looking pretty decent, at least from some of the footage I've seen. So I'm definitely going to be trying it out later today, actually. And you guys can check out some gameplay of it tomorrow on the channel on my RTX 3080. So that'll be coming tomorrow. But today, we're going to be getting fired right into the news. But first, today's video is brought to you by MMORC.com, where you could save money on games for all of your favorite platforms, as well as software like Windows 10 Pro, which you can get for just $15, as well as Office 2019 Pro and Office 365. And if you act right now, you can get an additional 27% off with my code JOK27 at checkout, and that'll knock the price down on Windows 10 Pro from $15.29 all the way down to $11.16. And of course, they accept a wide variety of payment from PayPal to credit cards to Bitcoin. So be sure to act now and hit up the links down in the description below. So starting off, Cyberpunk 2077 got its first major patch, I would say. Its first major patch, 1.1. It's had a couple of hot fixes since the game came out a little over a month ago, I guess it was at this point. And yeah, it's apparently fixed a lot of things and also made some other things break. The game is definitely not at 100% even after this patch, but it has apparently addressed a large number of things, on top of which also improving some game performance. At least that's what they're saying in the patch notes. They fixed some stuff with memory usage and stability, which might give you a little bit of a boost in performance or just more stable frame rates. But of course, that's also depending on the hardware that you're using. Maybe if you're already on a high-end system, you might not notice these things as much, but maybe it'll help out with some lower-end systems, or maybe a little bit older graphics cards that has less video memory, or maybe systems with less memory overall. But yeah, it should have addressed some performance issues, hopefully. If you've downloaded the patch and you've tried it out on the PC, let me know if you've seen any changes in terms of your game performance. I downloaded it, and I didn't really notice anything immediately that really stood out to me in terms of just performance. But really, the more major thing that this focused on was just game stability fixes in general, and fixing a lot of bugs, stuff like that would kind of like break missions and make you have to like reload previous saves, or start over missions entirely, like characters not showing up in the middle of quests, or just characters flat out just disappearing in the middle of them. These sort of bugs that have plagued the game since it came out. The consoles got patches as well, but I'm mostly just talking about the PC version of the game, where on GOG the patch was 1.1 gigabytes, while over on Steam it was 5.4 gigabytes, which noted over here on Hexus.net and from the patch notes was likely down to the fact that there were some Steam-specific bugs that had to be fixed, like Steam achievements working offline. So that's a possibility there as to why the Steam patch was actually bigger than the GOG version of the game. So according to the the roadmap that CDPR gave us a couple of weeks ago as to their timeline when they're going to be fixing a lot of things with the game, it does seem like they are on track, even though this roadmap they gave us is very vague. It doesn't mention actual specific times. It basically just shows us the entire year. But it does show major patches here at the start of the year, it looks like. And looks like this was the first one here. And then we've got patch 1.2. And if I were to guess based on this, we would probably see that sometime in February, maybe early March. And then after that, they're going to start working on things like the free DLCs that they had announced for the game, as well as next-gen console upgrades for the PS5 and Xbox Series X, so those people are actually getting an enhanced version of the game, which they do currently not have, although they are seemingly getting a better experience than what is on the last-gen consoles now at this point, where performance is a huge issue. So it does seem to be better on the new consoles, but they definitely still have a lot of issues, and they haven't really gotten any enhancements, for the game, ray tracing, all that kind of stuff. So that'll be coming, it seems, much later in the year, not right now, sadly. But that 1.1 patch is out there now, so if you've tried it out on PC. I haven't put a ton of time into this game because I'm really waiting for them to iron out all the bugs so I can just play through on the game and have, everything flawless. And honestly, if I have to wait a year or two to play this game, I am not really that bothered. I mean, it sucks based on the fact, the game should have been ready when it came out. But I know when this game is fully fixed, it's probably going to be pretty amazing. So I can wait a year or two. I can wait until the Nvidia 4000 series cards come out and I can get even better performance than what I'm getting right now playing the game at 4K. So I haven't put a ton of time into this game, which is why I'm not really messing around with it. But yeah, once they fix everything, then I'll go back and play it, or like I said, maybe even wait for the next generation of graphics cards, to get tucked into this game and really just enjoy it for what it should have been and what the promises were before launch, which was shitty. I still stand by that. It was shitty what CD Projekt Red did, lying about this stuff and shipping a very broken game, which they obviously did knowingly, even though they've kind of denied it up to this point. So I still want to play a good game. Politics and aside with, what CD Projekt Red did, this game will probably be amazing at some point. I just don't think it is right now, so it's something I want to wait to enjoy when it's the best that it can possibly be. And that would also probably include things like mods, which rolls us over into our next story, because we have now got the official modding tools for Cyberpunk 2077. Now, since the game came out, there has been some quote-unquote mods that have been available over on Nexus Mods, some basic tweaks and stuff like that fix some of the bigger bugs that were in the game. But this is really going to give modders and developers all the tools they need to really be able to kind of customize Cyberpunk 2077 to make it the game that they want it to be, and then make those mods available for people to download so they can change the game if they want to, beyond just, a few little aesthetic things. Texture mods would be nice to see, other graphical enhancements and stuff like that, of course, is some of the things I'm interested. I know other people maybe want to do other stuff. Maybe you want to just make everyone in Night City walk around completely naked. If that's something you want to do, at some point, you'll probably be able to do it. Maybe make the entire game more like The Matrix. Who knows? I'm sure there's going to be tons of mods. That's what makes this really exciting, and seeing what people can actually do, with this game engine. Now that they have full access to the modding tools which are available, I'll have one tab link down in the description below for all of today's sources, and in that will also include the link over to the page where if you're a developer or something, or someone wants to dabble in modding and be able to download those tools, then they're available to anyone, I believe completely free of charge, it seems, and you could just download them and start modding if that's something that you're into. So check out that one tab link along with the other sources and stuff, and it'll be tucked into there as well. And last but certainly not least, not a huge exciting news story, a bit of a slow news day, as you guys can probably tell, but we have a new driver from Nvidia, which is numbered 461.40. This doesn't really seem to be an extremely necessary driver, unless you're going to be playing a new ray tracing title, which is coming out tomorrow, called The Medium, which I honestly only just heard about a couple of days ago. I'm going to be trying out this game later today and testing it for a video tomorrow, and it's a good thing I waited a day, honestly, because now I've got an official driver to be able to test the game out properly, as this is really going to help support it. Maybe it'll give a boost to performance. I haven't tried it on an old driver, so I don't really know, and I can't talk about anything yet anyway. But yeah, the driver is out now, so if you were planning on playing the Medium, I'm looking forward to seeing the reviews. I watched some gameplay of it. Looks visually impressive, but it's kind of hard to say what the gameplay is really going to be like, and if it's going to be something that appeals to me. But visually, the graphics seem pretty impressive as far as the environments and stuff are concerned. There are some other fixes and stuff like that in this driver. Again, down in the sources, there's going to be a one-tab link with all of the fixed issues, but nothing on here really stood out to me as anything that I've personally noticed. They did also add in some new G-Sync compatible displays, as they probably are going to be continuing to expand that. As I covered in a recent video, they have now kind of lowered the bar as to what they consider a G-Sync display. So, of course, that's going to open up to more displays being considered G-Sync compatible, even though maybe they didn't before, because they're now lowering their standards. But that's all I've got for you guys in today's quick news recap for the world of tech and PC gaming. Please let me know your thoughts, as always, down in the comments below on the stories we covered here. If there's anything else you want to see me cover on the channel in the coming days, weeks, and months, I'd love to hear you guys' feedback. As always, leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, subscribe if you're not already, and I will catch you guys tomorrow for another video, which will be benchmarking on that game we were talking about, The Medium, which looks pretty cool. And if you know a lot more about that game, maybe leave something down in the comments. I'd be curious to hear, people's feedback. If it's something you've been looking forward to, tell me what you're excited about with this game so I can maybe keep an eye out on it a little bit more. But I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. Ta-ra.